Hey Bookies! Today we are going to go over some book recs set during summer camp. So let's get started. So recently I have been given three books that revolve around summer camp. So, which is kind of odd, but you know, we're going into the summer months and a lot of people tend to like stuff that happens at summer camp. A lot of these books on this list are going to be murder because, you know, a lot of people when they think summer camp, they think murder, which is fine. Kind of what I thought too. When I first went, it was very traumatic. No one wanted to be my friend at 4-H camp. And then I went to Christian camp, and we're not going to talk about that time period. But anyways, I have 6 book recommendations, all set during a summer camp of some sort. So I'm going to go over them. The first one, and the only one that I have a physical copy of so far, is Eat Your Heart Out by Kelly DeVos. This is a zombie book. It's so much fun. I absolutely love this book. Basically, these characters who are plus size are taken to, and you know, kind of forced into like a fat camp. But at this fat camp, they are experimenting on the plus size kids. And they are giving them these drugs that have not been ethically tested. They're testing them on the teens, basically, and it's to make them become skinnier faster. There's a whole thing I could go into about how the book discusses thinness and stuff like that. It's amazing, but at the heart of it, the teens that are taking the drugs become zombies, and it's up to our heroine, who's V, to to save the day, and a couple of her other friends. Zombie apocalypse. It's fun. It's set at a summer camp that's like up in the mountains, so it's snowy, which I thought was really, really fun because usually when authors do summer camp books, it's, you know, it's set during the hottest freaking flat land ever. So I really like the mountain setting. And yeah, this was just super fun. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a new zombie novel. Next one up is going to be Primal Animals, which I am currently reading, so it's very fresh in my mind. This is a very gory book. I'm just going to top that off right now. If you're not into animal gore, either be cautious while reading this book or don't read it at all, because it's very, very gory. But basically, our main character, her name is Arlie. She's terrified of bugs, and I very much sympathize with that because I too have a very, very rational, I would say it's rational, it's not irrational, rational fear of anything that creepy crawls. So she's got a fear of bugs, and she's trying to do some exposure therapy, but also she is kind of being forced into this summer camp, this specific one, because her mom went to it, and it's weird. It's like a test prep summer camp. It's kind of cool, but kind of weird. Anyways, so she has to, so she goes to this camp, and she starts seeing like weird things in the woods. Her anxiety about the bugs is acting up really, really bad, and she gets initiated into the secret society that revolves around horses and protecting the girls. It's really, really interesting, but again, very, very gory, so please be aware if you're going to read it. Next up, because you can't have, in my opinion, you can't have a good summer camp series without mentioning Goosebumps, even though they are targeted younger. They're still very frightful. I'm just going to lump all of the Goosebumps books into this segment because there's like 7 of them, and the whole series altogether is like 150 pages of books. I think it's expansive. Anyways, so the ones that are set at camp are Goosebumps Ghost Camp, which is Be All That You Can't See is the tagline. Harry and his brother Alex are dying to fit in at Camp Spirit Moon, but the camp has many weird traditions. Soon what seems to be only practical jokes become too scary to explain. The next one is The Horror at Camp Jellyjam. Camp Jellyjam is no ordinary sports camp. The counselors seem a little too happy. And why are they obsessed with winning? It might have something to do with the hideous, slimy discovery lurking in the darkness. I think, is this the one that got turned into the episode? Or was it a conglomeration of two? I don't remember, but I think this might be one of the ones that got turned into an episode. Next one is Escape from Camp Run for Your Life, which is part of the Reader Beware, like one where you can like choose your own path, I think. Yeah, you could choose your own path with this. I'm going to be honest, whenever I did those as a kid, I would just skip to the end and find the one that I wanted and go back from there. I cheated. I'm not ashamed to say that. I cheated. This one is, readers are set in a summer sports camp called Camp Running Leaf that turns out to be run by alien invaders. The next one is The Curse of Camp Cold Lake. The camp is supposed to be fun, but Sarah hates Camp Cold Lake. The lake is gross and slimy, and she's having a little trouble with her bunkmates. They hate her. So Sarah comes up with a plan. She'll pretend to drown, and then everyone will feel sorry for her. Apparently it doesn't go well because there's a face that is coming out of the water. Next up is Welcome to Camp Nightmare. The food isn't great, the counselors are a little strange, and the camp director seems demented. But Billy can handle all that. But then strange things start to happen after dark. His parents won't answer his letters, and his fellow campers start to disappear. What's going on? Camp Night Moon is turning into Camp Nightmare, and Billy might be next. I think this one might be the one that... Was there 2 summer camp episodes? I don't remember. I need to do a Goosebumps rewatch, I think. Anyways. Yeah. Next one is Welcome to Camp Slither, which is part of the Goosebumps Horrorland series. This one says 12-year-old Boone and his sister Heather love animals of every kind. That's why they wanted to come to Camp Hither. The wild legends of man-eating snakes and disappearing campers are hysterical. Pun intended. But Camp Hither has a cold-blooded secret. Someone has unleashed a hungry horde of slithery snakes. Probably enough that would make someone exclaim something about snakes on a plane and other expletives in there. It made Ethan laugh. I don't care if any of you laughed. It made Ethan laugh. And the last one is Return to Ghost Camp. This one says Camp Spirit Moon is full of traditions that keep kids coming back or never leaving at all. Like the legend of the Snatcher, an evil phantom disguised like a fox who snatches one camper every year. Next up is Camp by L.C. Rosen, I believe is what his name is. Hold on. Yep. Lev A.C. Rosen, L.C. Rosen. I don't know. There's 2 names on Goodreads. But I read this book 2 years ago, and I pretty well liked it. It was pretty good. Basically, it's at a queer camp, and this one is not scary. No murder, no nothing. Queer happiness. It's queer happiness. No more dead gays. Queer happiness, contemporary romance. It's a sweet summer romance. It's cute. Next up is Hope and Other Punchlines by Julie... I never know how to pronounce her name. Buxbaum? I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. But this is one that is pretty sad. It's also a contemporary, but it's sad. Our main character, she was a survivor of 9/11. She was one of the babies that was pulled from the wreckage and everything. And she's kind of got like some internet fame that came with that. But at 17 years old, she's wanting anonymity. She's wanting anonymity, and she decides to become a counselor at the summer camp to try to get like a somewhat normal-ish summer. But that plan is quickly shattered when there is a fellow camper there that knows who she is, or at least knows about her, and he is determined that beating the baby Hope is somehow his fate and is going to help him. And I can't remember what it was, but he had some sort of like plan or whatever. Anyways, it's sweet. You'll cry. Yada yada. Next one up is The Matchbreaker Summer by, I think her name's Annie Raines. Yeah, Annie Raines. This is again about 2 camp counselors. One, her mother is dating a new guy that she met online, and she the camp holds a lot of memories for her. I think her family owns the camp, if I remember correctly. But it's kind of a weird space now, now that her parents aren't together anymore and her mom is dating again. The other character, the love interest, catches wind of our main character's plan. Her plan is to break up her mom and this new guy, and he wants to help. And at some point they fall in love. I didn't like this one this much. I gave it a 3 out of 5. There was just not... like, the book just wasn't holding up great for me, but it is pretty good, and it's a summer camp rep, so I included it in here. Surprise, we do have 7, because I actually remembered this one right as I was about to end this, but it is The Counselors by Jessica Goodman, which I don't have yet, or my husband, because it's not been released yet. I've not got an arc of it, but that I have pre-ordered it because we're wanting to buddy read it together. Jessica Goodman writes a lot of mystery thriller books involving a lot of blood. Her book covers always have blood on them. I feel bad for her characters. They're always bleeding. So I'm just going to read a synopsis of this one, but I am super excited for it. I think it's one of my most anticipated of the year. It says, Sisters by Choice. That's how Goldie and her friends Ava and Mogan define their friendship, which formed years ago at Camp Alpine Lake. This year, Goldie is back at the camp as a counselor desperate for summer to start and for Ava and Emo to arrive. With the dark secret Goldie's been keeping, she's more in need of their comfort than ever. When the boy who broke Goldie's heart turns up dead in the lake, the last summer before college is completely upended, and Goldie learns that she's not the only person at camp who has been lying. Asking questions offers Goldie no answers, only danger and betrayals deeper than she can imagine. I'm very excited for this. I'm very, very excited for it. I think we pre-ordered 1 copy. We're going to do what we usually do. We just usually share books. But super excited for that one. Can't wait to read it. So yeah, that is all 7 now. 7 summer camp recommendations that I have for you to read this summer. Go out, go have fun, and read some books. So catch you guys up in a bit. Bye.